Hi, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Madness, I guess. Monday night, whatever.
Yes.
How's it going, Ben?
Going okay, thank you. It's been a long weekend with lots of uh, work, I guess.
Yeah, that's actually the main point of tonight's video because you had your big charity event on Saturday.
Yes.
And so I want to know all the juice about it.
Sure.
So, first of all, it was what, from 10 a.m. to midnight, you said?
Yeah, we ended up wrapping up about 11-ish o'clock because there was a little bit of a mishap with the building itself. Like there actually wasn't like a person on site to like kind of close up, I guess. So we had to like leave.
Okay, so there was no safety concerns. There was just security concerns because there was nobody to lock up.
Yeah, so like there wasn't like an actual employee there, so we had to basically get out.
Oh,
Like
interesting.
like
But
a
you
venue person, yeah.
But you were there most of the day, it sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, we got there about 8:30-ish and for setting up and stuff and then opened at 10 and then we were there until 11 p.m.
Oh, good. And did you guys have a good turnout?
Yeah, it was good. We
And you
had
raised a good amount for the Ronald McDonald House?
yes, I didn't hear the exact number, but it was good.
Good.
And yeah. And then the Ronald McDonald House was very happy with that. And the guy that I talked to that helped organize this, he was actually getting like teary-eyed talking about
Oh,
how the event went and how many people could be helped with that. So,
oh,
'cause
I love
he's
that.
yeah, because he's more on the front lines than
And
any.
so yeah, he'll know like, oh, you donated this much, so with this much money, we can do this, this, and this.
Hmm.
Yeah, because he knows the cost of the behind the scenes on
Yeah,
where all that money goes, where it's allocated to.
yeah.
What games did you play?
I did not play too many games myself. Sharito did most of the game playing for us, and I was teaching games to people and stuff. So I played a few things. Yeah. So I played Blood on the Clock Tower.
Blood on the Clock Tower?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
so I
That's
guess there's blood on the clock tower. How did
yes.
the blood get there?
Yes. So basically, it's you're familiar with Werewolf, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So basically, Blood on the Clock Tower is Werewolf, except for if the people after the people died, they still had a vote and a say in what happens in the game after players get killed. Yeah. So you're still part of the game after you die, basically.
Oh, I don't understand that because you're dead. Unless your ghost, I guess, could participate.
Yeah, and you still can actually vote in the killing of others. So,
Oh,
yeah,
so
so it's
the ghost comes back. You come back as a ghost, and then you're telling people who to kill off because you're a ghost, and you're probably mad that they killed you. I'm gonna spin it that way.
yes. Yes. So
That
basically,
makes sense.
yeah. So the way I basically spun it was it's werewolf except for the bad guys have to answer for the killings of the people that they killed.
I mean, as one should. So that is a nice little twist, I suppose. So, and that's a cool name, Blood on the Clock Tower. I like
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
So, was it a success? Did people enjoy it?
Everyone enjoyed it. I didn't care for it as much, I don't think. Maybe it was just how it was run and the people I was playing with, but people uh, that I played with, they killed me off pretty quickly. Not because I mean, I granted I was suspicious, but
Not
I,
you. You're never suspicious, Ben.
I, but and it wasn't because I was like suspicious because I was actually like bad. I was suspicious because I was like genuinely confused because I had thought I had an understanding on how the game worked, and then I didn't get to use my special powers because the person running the game forgot to let me use my special powers the first night. So I was just genuinely confused, like, oh, did I get the wrong roll or something? Is this game not how I thought it went? But turns out it was. I just wasn't allowed to play like I was supposed to.
That's a bummer. So you enjoy it and I can see why you wouldn't enjoy it as much if you ran into those that kind of a challenge. So
Yeah.
was there one game above all others that you taught that seemed more successful that more people liked?
Yes, Hot Streak is always a hot one, and Magical Athlete went really well, and Flip 7 went really well, and we had a lot of people playing A Place for All My Books.
Place for all my books. That sounds like something I would like. And you've talked about that one,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of like your, yeah, look at here. I thought being in a
hmm
different area, my dog would leave me alone, but she's not. That is that kind of like Ex Libris where you're putting books on your shelf?
You're rearranging them around your house. It's a puzzly game.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why I haven't played that one yet. I should look into that. I like Ex Libris a lot, and that you're building a library.
yeah, and
So
then yeah, and then Toy Battle was another one that was popular.
toy battle. So it sounds like it was
Yeah,
a hit then, like that things went well. So that's good.
yeah.
So were you kind of burned out playing games or teaching games or whatever?
Teaching them, yes, but only because there was like children I was having to teach like smaller children and they don't have a attention span, so I had to re-explain a lot of things.
Teenagers don't either.
Yeah, so that was kind of the main source of my being burned out and then having to uh juggle a lot of people and then dealing with like yeah,
Did you
like
have to
running.
work on Sunday?
I didn't have to work on Sunday, but I
Okay,
did
good.
have to get up early to uh for Shreed and I to meet up for breakfast, and then I just didn't go back to sleep at that point.
Yeah, but at least you didn't have to work because doing something like that all day and then having to work all day and being around,
hmm
but your social battery gets wiped pretty quickly doing those events.
Yeah,
So, but so that's good. But so it's good you had Sunday off. So,
yeah.
and how did the Strixhaven go at the shop?
Strixhaven went pretty good. We had 11 people for that, so that was a decent number, I thought.
Yeah, it's good
And yeah, and
turnout.
yeah, and it was one of those where I didn't have to answer a lot of questions. It was pretty straightforward how that set, how you play the cards in that set, so that was good.
So, because so we picked up a pre-release kit. We didn't play at the store though, because we weren't feeling it, but we wanted to still like do our own pre-release
hmm
party at home.
Yeah,
And the shop I bought it at, I thought, well, this is kind of odd because the way they priced the pre-release kits was very similar to how they priced the commander deck. So the pre-release kits were a lot more expensive, but they at least threw in an extra booster pack if you weren't playing at the store. So I was like, well, at least you get extra cards. Um, but do all the so I obviously went black green because hello,
yeah.
Golgari here. Um, did all of the black and green pre-release boxes come with the same pre-pack in there? Do you know?
I don't know. I
Because I was
think they
curious
did.
about that.
I think they did, but I'm not
Because
positive.
if that's the case, then people were probably playing very similar decks. But
Uh, you can change it up. That's only, what was it, 15 cards
yeah,
from
it
a
was
40 card
15.
deck?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
15 cards. So the ones I saw, I was like, oh, I'm going to use all these because these are kind of cool. So I
yeah.
actually really liked it. And then I picked up the Dina, the Essence Brewer,
Oh,
her.
I love her. That art is one of my favorite arts from the
Yeah,
entire
I
set.
love this. This card
That,
is beautiful.
yeah, that might be my favorite art from the entire set.
Yeah, I love it. And so I played this one and he played the red blue one.
Yeah.
Um, he got mana flooded, so I
Yeah.
did a lot better. I had a better setup, so I won, but it was only because he got mana flooded. But the blue red, I have a blue red deck from a different commander set, and as he's playing some cards, I'm like, oh, I've got that one in my red blue one. So
hmm
it felt like it was similar to my
Yeah.
red blue deck. But I thought this set was fun, and I'm glad that we got these decks.
Yeah. I think
So,
everyone that came had fun with it. I was helping a couple people out with like deck building and stuff that were newer to the game, and like I was giving them advice on deck building stuff. And actually, funny enough, I had very similar advice for both people. Like I
oh,
like they bought their pack and they opened their cards and they both pulled some decent stuff, and a third color. So I suggested to both of them to splash a third color for those heavy hitter cards,
And
and
did it go out well?
they didn't actually do that until round three
Oh,
because they went 0-2 with the first two rounds, and they're like, oh, this isn't working. Maybe Ben's strategy is eh, was actually a good idea, and then they both did a lot better round three.
good. Yeah, I probably would have been like, oh, okay, I'll do that right now. Because I'm terrible at building decks on the fly, which is why I didn't want to actually like play in the event because I'm like, everybody would get so annoyed because I'm taking too long and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, sure.
So, and I get intimidated in new settings like that. So,
Yeah.
but
Actually, for pre-releases, I do things a little bit differently for the shop for the pre-release running it, and I don't do pack per win for everyone. I do a flat. Everyone gets 2 packs for playing, and then if anyone goes 3-0, I'll give them extra promos and stuff to make it worth their while.
yeah,
But
I think that's I and like the shop that they let us buy the pre-release kit and it was a little bit more than they normally are from what I recall. But they
hmm
were like, oh, but we throw in a you get a booster pack for, like an extra one. And I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. So having just the nice perks like that. And I think that's fair because typically like if the same crowd keeps coming, the same people are
yeah,
gonna win because
right.
they're better players or whatever, or
Oh,
they get better cards. So it's
yeah,
nice that you do that.
because we have our my core group of guys that play with almost every Friday, and they play like a lot of standard and modern, so they kind of have an idea of for what's a good card, what's not, versus like the commander players that come in casually and play, or the people that are used to singleton formats like that. And
A lot of people that come in for standard.
yes, we have standard and modern are our main two.
Okay, so standard's pretty popular still.
For us, just because I spent 3 years pushing it. But if I had pushed Commander in the same way, I have had more success with Commander, but it's just not something that I do anymore because our Duluth location just does crazy numbers for Commander tournaments and stuff. So
Oh, okay.
I don't try and push it the same way. I work to my own strengths.
Absolutely. So that's cool. I know that there's probably not, I know people are probably more interested in board games than they are Magic, but I happen to really like Magic. So we are going to talk about it from time to time.
And this
So
was one of the best sets out there. I think Strixhaven's the coolest
yeah,
set.
no, I really like it. And I mean, I haven't played the Commander deck enough to know if I'm going to like revamp it or whatever. There's like that Terramorphic Expanse card or whatever it's called, where you put it in,
Oh
you
yeah.
sack it to go pull a land, and then the land comes into play tapped.
hmm
That's going to get taken out because I don't see the point of that card.
Oh,
If I
it's
was playing like a 3 or 4 color deck, I could see it,
yes.
but to just play 2 colors and then it's like I don't like I'd rather have a land that I can just put on the board and not have to tap it. So so I know I'll be changing
Yeah.
that one, but
It
we'll see.
it thins your deck out a little bit. I will say that. But yeah, if you're not playing multiple colors, it's not as useful, especially if you have something else that can be put in there. But it's still a good card though.
Yeah. I mean it can in certain situations, yes. But
hmm
in for this deck, I was like, I pulled it and I was like, I don't even need it right now. I don't need this card. So I'm like, yeah, I'll probably change that out for either a black or a green.
It's really good though if you have a land that you really want to put out. Like, for instance, if you have something like, say, like Dark Depths, or have something like Maze of Ith or something like that that you really want to pull for.
Yeah, but right now I don't in this
Yeah,
deck anyways.
yeah.
So yeah. But
Or like Gaia's Cradle or something like
I was
that.
gonna say I'm sure I have it in that deck that I have Gaia's Cradle in. Or I've got something that can enable me to go search for Gaia's Cradle.
hmm
I actually haven't played that deck in a while. I should play that. But but anyway, so it's on the docket for you this week. What's are you teaching any games this week? Are you scheduled to play any games this week?
I don't know what the plan is for games. I know I have a couple prototype games that I still need to play. Uh, I know Sharita's been wanting to play Night Shift.
Oh, is that the one that you showed me?
Yeah.
But the dances, yeah, that one, I was intrigued by that one too.
Yeah,
So I'm not surprised she wants to play it. That one looked like it would be kind of cute.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I got to play that last weekend. I mean, not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
did you like it?
I actually did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty fun for the kind of game it was.
Yeah, it looked like it would be a fun one. So
Yeah.
I am helping my mom this weekend, so I don't know that I'll be playing any games this weekend. But I
All right.
did get a chance to play this.
Yes.
So I will, so look for a review from me. I'll get that up sometime this week. So I'm not going to talk about it on this video, but I'm just letting you know I
Sure.
did play it. And so I will do a review on it.
Sweet.
If I have time, I'll do it
Yeah.
tomorrow, if not Wednesday. So,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
I'm struggling with BGA for all of those that are following our conversations about BGA
Yeah.
because I think we should start with a game I know how to play.
Sure.
Because
We can,
I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
or we can
And I
always
don't have,
just go slow. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like looking at this going, I don't even know what these symbols are. And then I try to go back and watch the video, and then I go back in the game and I'm like, I don't remember what he said. So it's right now it's a challenge. So,
Yeah.
but
So, but you
but
did
that
watch what I sent?
yeah, did you? I thought you sent me an audio file, not a video file. Did you
Oh,
send me a
okay.
video file?
Let me send you a video file on it. See if that's better for you.
Because the video, there was the one that's on BGA.
Yeah.
And so I kind of watched that, but I'm like, I'm not following exactly. And I will say because my head's always goes a mile a minute. And
Mm-hmm.
so I do need like, so I'm sure if I watch the video a few times,
Sure.
and then on BGA, I was like, how do I make the video so it's on my entire screen? Because I was trying to hit that button in the corner that makes it full screen and it wasn't working, but I could have been having some tech issues.
No, not necessarily. I think like the people that do those videos do a good job with the videos, but like Sharita and I have talked about this in the past. Like she thinks I'm really good at explaining games, and I don't necessarily think that's true. I think I'm just good at explaining games in a way that she can understand them more
Well,
so than
and there is a difference when you're explaining to somebody in the person versus watching a video on YouTube.
sure.
Huge difference. It's because like I'm like here and I'm like, I have a question, but I'm like, there's nobody here that I can ask. I mean, I
Yeah.
could call you, sure. But as far as like right when I'm in the middle of doing it, it's like I
Right.
need somebody here to ask this question to.
Yes.
So it's definitely better to have somebody there to explain it.
Oh, sure.
So,
Yeah.
but I've never had issues with how you explain when we've played games. So,
Well, good.
but no, I think you just sent me an audio file. I don't
Okay.
think you sent me a video file on that. Because I
Okay.
remember reading yeah, I'm not seeing a video. So if you did, it
Okay.
didn't come through.
No, it was probably just an audio, and I'll just have to do a video,
Okay.
and
All
then
right.
yeah, and then we can always start one that you know as well.
Yeah, just so I can get an idea of the like format
Sure.
and all that. So yeah. So maybe I'll go through and I'll find a two-player game. I'm like, I know how to play this one, and I'll send it to
Sure.
you.
Right on.
So we'll do that. So all right.
Sweet.
Okay. Anything else? Any final thoughts?
Um, Not that I can think of. Should be. I'm not sure what the rest of the week has planned for me, so it'll be some sort of video of some kind being put up. I know I have a few things I'm working on editing right now. I know still trying to find time for Jamie Lynn to get down here to record her top 100. That's been kind of, I don't know what's going on with that just yet, but that will be happening at some point.
Okay.
And
And
a few reviews.
and is there any comic books coming out this week that you're excited about?
I haven't checked the list yet,
Okay. So we can talk
but
about
yeah,
that next week.
I'll know tomorrow.
Okay. And then next week, then we'll talk about what came in that you were excited about.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I do
like I said, I'm
have
helping my mom this weekend, so my schedule's pretty booked this week.
There you go.
Yeah, because I'm heading out there on Thursday, so I got a few things to take care of around here before I head there. So I probably won't get a whole lot of gameplay. Although I did start playing Lord of the Rings online, so if I get to do any video gaming, I might delve into that a little bit more.
The Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings Online, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Not
Yeah,
familiar.
it's so everybody, like, sorry to offend anybody, but I'm actually not a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Same.
Uh, I'm like, but people I know play it, and so I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. And the interface is weird. Like
Yeah.
you open up the game and like everything's there on your screen, so you kind of got to
Hmm.
rearrange where you want like your mini map and stuff. It's an older game. It's free. So I'm gonna check it out and see. But it's slow paced, so you kind of click on the your enemy and then you attack. So it's not like you have so far anyway. I don't have like 100 monsters on me. So
Right
it's not
on.
super stressful. I'm not wanting to throw my computer or my Steam Deck rather out the window.
Oh, good. Yeah,
So,
don't do that.
no, I'd be sad without my Steam Deck. So
Oh,
anyway, so that's about all I got.
sure.
So hopefully your week will go well and hopefully you'll play
Fingers
some fun
crossed.
games this week.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers
I'm hoping
crossed.
Wednesday we'll have some good games getting played.
I hope so. And Sharita, if you're watching this, it'd be nice if you would join us on a Monday Night Madness call. Hint, hint,
Yeah, we'll see.
just in case she's watching. So, all right, everybody, drop us comments with what you're playing, or if you have any BGA suggestions for me, since I'm a newbie and don't know what I'm doing. And then just, happy gaming, everybody.
Happy gaming, everyone.
We'll see you next week. All right, bye. Bye, Ben. Have a good week.
Bye. Have a good week.
Bye.